boys.
You boys.
Are you out there?
Can you see me from over here?
It's Lara and Carey, and we're here.
What?
I don't know.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Tony is running about.
Tony's running amok.
He'll hopefully make a little appearance.
I know.
An appearance.
He likes to cause mischief and mayhem.
He's Nessie.
He is Nessie. He's ODD.
Have you been watching any horror movies in the spooky season?
Let's see. What have I watched? I watched Revenge finally. You had told me to see that, and I liked it a lot. I really like that director. I think that she's very talented. And
the guy in that was so evil, but he was so fucking
he was sexy. He had a nice ass. There was full male full frontal. I appreciate that always.
Men covered in blood, naked men.
Yeah. She has a lot to say, and she's very loose with bodily fluids.
Coralie.
Yeah. So I like it.
I feel like her name is, I know it's not how you pronounce it, but when I see her name, I think Coralie Faget.
I am excited to see what she does next.
Me too.
I also think, like, to circle back to The Substance.
Yes.
That it is also kind of a commentary on female alcoholism. Or addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is like an addiction of some sort, but it was felt very akin to kind of the downward spiral of the midlife female alcoholic.
Well, yeah, it is very like, well, it's like Jekyll and Hyde is kind of an addiction story. And it is very like, what do you do when you're in like a blackout?
Yeah.
Like there's this whole life that you're not remembering because
when your addiction makes you uglier and uglier and uglier, and then at the end you're just like a blob begging people to love you.
Yeah.
And they say, "Get out of here, freak."
That part. No, but it is very like, there's an eerie thing when you just don't remember whole swaths of things, and you're like, oh, I was having full conversations last night and was like talking normally to people, but not remembering anything.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
And how it gets worse and worse over time and takes more and more from you. And I just was like, keep thinking there's many parallels.
My friend was talking about it, who said that felt like it was about mothers and daughters too.
Definitely.
Which was
really... It's kind of Bronwyn from SLC and her daughter. Because, she says like she's a prettier, smarter version of me that I gave birth to. And now I have to like take care of her.
Now I must destroy her. That
part.
And then I think daughters resenting their mothers because they're like, I will become you one day.
That part.
And then just men vibing.
That part.
Men being like,
we're random. Fucking pigs. We're eating shrimp.
We're pigging out.
That part.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've watched like a horror movie recently. What about you?
I'm just really trying. Criterion has their October movies coming in. I saw American Werewolf in London. I just need to really get into the spirit this year. I feel last few years have been a little tepid for me in Halloween.
Yeah, and it's your favorite holiday.
It's my favorite holiday. COVID really destroyed Halloween in a lot of ways.
It did. One thing that didn't bounce back, Halloween.
But actually the year after the first Halloween in COVID, remember when I wore that remember when I dressed like Parker Posey in Best in Show? That was fun. But yeah, COVID really, I'll never forget driving around on Halloween in 2020. It was like a Saturday, and Simon and I drove into Hancock Park. We were like, surely there'll be trick-or-treaters. Surely there will be like families, people just having a pagan harvest festival in the middle of the roads. Because that felt like a very like suburbia place to go see Halloween. Tumbleweeds.
Oh, yeah.
No decorations.
Oh,
no one
way.
Outside.
Not in LA.
I was in tears. And I was wearing a dress. Full makeup. Looking like almost like not in a creepy way, but just trying to find trick-or-treaters.
It's creepy.
Am I creepy?
No, but when you go drag, it turns into something else. But I like that. I enjoy that. I think it's
It was purely innocent for all you.
Of course it was innocent.
For all you Save the Children people listening.
But
I just wanted the spirit because I was like, we've just been cooped up and then it was apocalypse.
Yeah.
And I went.
My favorite.
Took this really sad photo of me wearing a dress from inside 7-Eleven.
Was it the same dress that you wore when you were Tilda Swinton?
My shift dress?
Maybe you should, your like turtleneck dress.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe you need to buy a new dress for this Halloween.
I've got my heels still in my closet.
I know, but I'm thinking maybe like get a new frock.
That was like pre me like leaning into. That was a good look though, the Tilda look.
Yeah, I love that you wore it over jeans.
I know.
I'll never forget.
That was a little like Mrs. Bates.
You go to a place of pure horror when drag is involved, but I want you to keep going. Like it's like very Dina Martina coded to me.
I saw a Dina Martina lookalike last night in West Hollywood. We were pulling out of Gelson's and she was just walking alone down the street in sequin and going, and I was a little spooky. But I want to get more into the spirit, so I'm really pushing myself to watch Hurrah. Really good movie on Netflix called What's Inside.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
Okay.
It's like a body swap movie. It's really good.
I'm into that. There was like a gay horror movie that came out recently that I wanted to see and didn't get around to seeing, where it's like, I think it's like some gays are going to traffic some drugs and then one takes like a pill of the drugs, but then the drugs end up being something else and it's like a body horror ensues.
It's just like any group of gay friends.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have to check that out.
Yeah.
Is it like French?
I don't think so. I think it was like an American, like an indie movie. Yeah, there's like not very much. Smile 2.
Oh, Smile 2 is going to be fun, I hope. The poster with Jack Nicholson's son on it is insane. It looks exactly like him. Because he's in it.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Salem's Lot. Are we fucking with that?
I fucking watched. No.
Okay.
I don't want to get into it because it was really upsetting for me.
I don't want to talk about it either.
If you want to watch Salem's Lot, watch the one from the 70s that Toby Hopper made.
I need to see Cuckoo. That Hunter Schafer one.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It was like here and then it was gone.
It was a little like, I don't really know. It was good. I liked it. She's great. Mm-hmm. She has a lot of presence. Longlegs was fun. On more time to stew on it. It was like a rip-roaring time.
You're down with it.
Just how silly it was. Very silly.
Yeah, I guess I'm not like so angry at it anymore.
Trap was fun.
Trap sucked ass. Be honest. Be real for once.
I am real. I'm probably just going to have to return to movies I've already seen.
Yeah.
Which is always fine around the holiday. It's like Christmas movies.
Are you going to see Terrifier?
No, because it's too scary.
It was banned in France, I think. Or like it's like firmly 18 over.
Like NC-17 kind of. It has great
France
reviews.
is doing something about it. It looks scary.
That's wild that France is taking a
stand. When France draws the line, that's when you know it's too real.
I've never watched the first one all the way through. I've watched it scared me too much.
I've never seen it.
He is the scariest person I've ever seen. And he's also hot in real life.
Really?
Art the clone. Yeah.
He seems kind of hot as his Terrifier self.
I don't know why. It feels like you're uncovering some sort of evil. He's like in like a weird skinny way. He's kind of sexy. No one ever trusts that I have good taste. I literally have good taste in things.
Yeah, and I never said you didn't.
This seems a studio. There's rumblings that...
Doll, just because people didn't give your person a 1 on the binary is not an attack on you.
I'm not looking at him going, oh yeah. But it's coming from the most horrifying face I've ever seen. And then he's literally that. Comforts me.
Okay. That's a great way of putting it.
Art the Clown, if I ever see Art the Clown, I'm gonna like sharp myself.
There's something that seems fun to fuck about Art the Clown.
Art the Clown is ready to go. He is a freak on a leash.
That's gonna be like the craziest fuck of your life.
Art the Clown is gonna like,
kind of similar to how I felt about Gabriel, where it's like,
oh, I would fuck Gabriel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like there's certain like horror monsters that you just know would be a real memorable.
Michael Myers.
He moves too slow.
And he's like
clumsy.
And he was like stunted and like
he's kind of
into his sister.
You know what I mean? He wouldn't be that good.
He is like a perv who's like obsessed with his sister.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Freddy Krueger might be fun.
He is a freak, but he's got to take his gloves off.
Or keep him on. Oh, for you, yeah.
What?
You don't want him. You don't want like.
You don't want to HJ with scissor gloves, Edward Scissorhands.
He'd be fun.
He would be. It'd be sensual. It'd be like a deep, lingering eye contact fuck. It'd be real.
Jason would be fun. Sorry.
Oh, Jason would be a fun doggy style, like a quick doggy against the wall.
Hellraiser would be fun. Pinhead.
Yeah.
Chucky knows how to fuck.
Ew. I can't fuck a doll. Like a little thing like that is not.
Mm-mm.
I don't want that. But I do.
Oh, Nosferatu's coming out.
Yeah, that's going to be important.
Lily Rose Depp is serving in that trailer.
Mm-hmm. Jack Torrance would be kind of good to fuck. But it'd also leave you feeling really icky after.
But he's also like he's like an annoying like writer who's like a straight guy like writer.
I know.
Who's like,
you want to do like a booty call with it. You don't want to be involved, but you do want to be on Tinder when he's active, and then you link, and then he's like, come to this hotel, and then you're like,
what if that's a good plot? You come, like you show up at the Overlook, and you're like,
yeah,
in the snow, just being like,
and you're like, this is like a winter wonderland.
And then you hear,
but
he's
then you
chasing
fuck
his wife.
Yeah, but you fuck once and then you get the fuck out of there, and then all that other shit goes down. Mm-hmm. You just want to know him as like a hot writer that you fucked at like a abandoned hotel and like a beautiful winter scene, and always remember it as such.
Jack Nicholson, the hottest he's ever been is in Chinatown. Oof.
Yeah, 5 Easy Pieces. Jack Nicholson was hot too.
And Terms of Endearment.
I mean, he's been hot for decades.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Terrifier 2 or Terrifier 3 is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So maybe wait till the holidays. But I certainly watched the first one and
you were too terrified.
He terrified. He simply terrified me.
He simply gagged you.
There's like it's just creepy. Like they're in like a pizza parlor in North Jersey on Halloween night. These two gals wearing like slutty maid outfits, and Art the Clown is just sitting at the booth across from them going. And I'm literally like,
you can't handle it.
I can't handle that shit. And I know being afraid of clowns is like basic, but clowns are fucking scary.
They're scary. Would you fuck Pennywise?
No,
he's too chaotic. Those legs move too fast.
And he likes kids.
Oh yeah,
we're not into that. But I'd fuck Tim Curry in his heyday.
Yeah.
I grew up in the same town as my cousins, and my cousin and my uncle was driving us from a football game at the high school when we were in elementary school. And it was like a Friday night right around Halloween. You're doing Art the Clown.
I am trying to do Art the Clown to Tony to get him to chill the fuck out.
And we were backing out of the parking lot, and it was like, you know, those spooky football nights where it's like October.
Right now, LA is experiencing a bit spooky football nights and mornings, because if you get up in the morning early, it's great fogginess.
Where's this random marine layer? I like it.
I'm into it.
So we were pulling out, and there were these woods near the high school. There's this place called Hopkins Pond in Haddonfield, and there was an area called Lower, and it's where people would drink, not to narc, because everyone already knows what it is. And so like high schoolers would go party in the woods.
Yeah.
And I think he was a teenager, fully dressed like a clown, emerged from the woods bathed in orange street lamp, and I locked eyes with him pulling out of my uncle's car, and I was so scared.
That was your seminal clown experience.
Well, yeah, it was just like he was coming out of the woods, just up to no good.
Do kids still party in the woods anymore?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I hope so.
I hope people are still partying in fields in Oklahoma. I don't know.
I'm sure there are.
A woman ate the ashes of her dead husband as revenge.
Revenge?
Mm-hmm.
On him?
Yeah.
Okay. She wants to shit him out?
She thought her marriage was perfect, but after her husband died, she discovered his depraved secret life and was so mad with rage that she ate his ashes.
A widow's guide to dead bastards.
So a woman lost her husband of 17 years when he died from a heart attack on a business trip to Texas. Then she discovered he'd been hiding a disturbing secret. Houston escorts. She scrolled through the search history and then...
She's from Calgary?
Yeah, she's Canadian. I'm sorry. What do you think a man's going to do when he goes to America? He's going to get his dick a little wet. Confused, she scrolled down. She saw past queries or locations, girls, services, prices. She discovered that the man she'd thought of as a loyal husband had been a relentless user of prostitutes, had conducted numerous affairs, and had frequently worked through the night to curate a sprawling collection of depraved images on his personal computer.
I was like, when I heard depraved, I was like, oh my God, he's like a predator, but he's just cheating.
Yeah. This is like in Canada,
bad,
when you're in Calgary, this is like the depraved thing is to actually have sex. In some ways, the betrayal of their marriage is the oldest story in the world.
But at the heart of Jessica's remarkable testimony is Sean's descent into a very modern abyss, an all-absorbing interest in internet-driven sex and pornography, which consumed him. Okay, this feels a little like...
This is...
like anti-sex positivity. Not that what he was doing was good, cheating, but like sex work is not like depraved.
No.
Obviously.
It's normal.
It's normal.
Jessica and Sean first met, blah, blah, blah. So anyways,
she's just submitting fully. Hello.
She's a lady. She's a Canadian lady. So she explained in the book, the truth began to overwhelm her, driving her mad. One day, she battled to contain her mounting fury. She cut open the bag containing Sean's ashes, carried them into her garden, and mixed a portion of them with dog feces before throwing the sordid mixture into the trash.
Not sordid mixture. Wait, that's like, she's a little fucked up for that. I've desecrated the remains of my partner in life, she reflects. I don't know why I'm speaking in a British accent. But then in despair and guilt, took more of his ashes and actually ate them. The remains feel dry against my fingertips, coarser than baking powder, grainier than salt. They mix with teary water, a mineral mud on the back of my tongue.
So she ate them too? This lady's weirder than her husband, I would
weird,
say.
Yeah. Her outside with dog shit going...
But she did find a hard drive that he'd created with countless electronic folders filled with hundreds of hours worth of pornography, all painstakingly labeled and categorized by age, race, and source. That's depraved.
Yeah.
Just like Google it like a normal person.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
She would come to describe it as the matrix of porn. She was able to establish her late husband had lavished so much time on the project, he'd often sat up through the small hours of the night.
Okay,
During bad spells, Sean would be up working on the matrix between 2 and 5 a.m. Some nights it was up to 5 hours.
Damn. Why is she... I mean, power to her, but like, her son is going to read all those.
I know. She wants that, I think. She wanted to kill herself, but then she said,
I'll just eat
what
his
about my
ashes.
son? She sought psychological help and found a medium. And now 9 years later, she's at peace.
Okay.
Good for her.
Yeah, the painstaking cataloging is with age. I don't like that. But like,
that's weird to me.
That's weird. That is weird.
In this day and age.
That's freaking
If I found out that you were just saving things on a hard drive and then like categorizing them for hours and hours,
you'd be like,
I would rather you actually be hours and hours of just browsing the internet.
Yeah.
And
that's
like
creepy.
jerking it but something about like the cataloging, I'm also like, that's such a waste of time.
Yeah, it's very like analog.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I wouldn't eat an ash.
No,
though.
I wouldn't mix ashes with feces. They're both weird.
They're weirdos. They belong together.
They matched each other's freak.
They did.
But power to her for writing.
She got a book deal, so good on her.
Jax Taylor says Sandoval has been his rock during the divorce.
Talking about matching each other's freak, these two deserve each other.
Two terrorists.
Honestly, I just had a thought. Jax needs to put some moves on Victoria Lee Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Sandoval has been a shoulder for him to lean on amidst his divorce from Brittany Cartwright.
They still have a podcast together?
I guess so.
Okay. Are they like... All right. I was shocked because I hadn't heard from Tom in a long time, and now I probably talk to Tom 3 or 4 times a week.
Look at this picture of these two.
These two.
These two are up to no good.
And how long have they known each other? Like 25 years? 20 years? I mean, weren't they in like modeling together in Miami?
Maybe.
Yeah, they were living with John together. These two have seen some shit. They know they know where the bodies are buried.
I think they've been at a freak off or two.
Oh, fuck. But they more than any of the cast members, like even more than Tom Schwartz, Sandoval and Jax have like this. They know exactly where to zing each other, but they're
equally as evil.
They've seen some shit together. Like they've probably have seen a dead body before.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I believe that.
Look at these 3 losers.
Why is Jack so red? He's positively tomatillo. He's a tomato head.
Look at Schwartz's kind of.
Schwartz looks good. He's a little drawn. He's thinner, sallow. Stephen King. Yeah.
He has like alcoholic skin. Sorry.
He is like in liver failure, acute liver failure.
So Rachel has been in Italy, or she's been posting pictures of her big trip to Italy. And
she's in Italy?
She was in Italy with a group of friends. I guess she has friends now. And one of the captions was, "She has arrived."
No. Damn, she must be doing really well if she's like traveling internationally for fun.
Yeah, I guess the pod was good.
Is she killing it?
Her pod might have done well. Right?
I mean, I had to give up.
Oh, I tapped out 3 episodes in.
I think I made it like 5 or 6 episodes and then it was done. These idiots. These absolute losers.
Have they?
They will always fuck too. That's the thing.
Have Sandoval and Jax
hooked up?
Spit roast together or like Eiffel Tower together? Taylor even went so far as to call Sandoval his best friend. I love Tom and I always will love him no matter what he does. What he does. He's my best friend along with Tom Schwartz. They're both my best friends. I love Jax being like he's a total psychopath.
You know what? I'll bet that he and Tom Sandoval haven't talked once and he's just saying this.
Oh God,
wouldn't that be incredible?
It's original cast photo.
I know. I miss those handkerchief dresses. They're gorgeous. But it would be, I actually think now that Sandoval has not reached out to Jax, he hasn't talked about him once, but Jax is trying to like fuck Sandoval over by being like, he's my rock, like we've been in touch every day, he's my best friend, like thank God for this man, just to like fuck with Tom.
He's like, he's broken, he's fucked up so much, everyone in the world hates him, but like at the end of the day, he's like, he's my best friend and I love him so much.
And you know what, man, like no matter what he does, and he's done some fucked up shit, you don't even know the half of it, but no matter what.
Even like that time we were out in the Everglades that night, like, oh, I mean, I don't, you know,
He knows.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but like,
this is not for like
everyone to hear, but like some things went on, but like it's all good. And I didn't do any of it. It was mostly him.
And so Tom, if you're listening, which I know you probably are, like I know this is one of your favorite podcasts,
and
the
like,
Jax and Brittany podcast, and you've told me that you love to listen to it, that it's great. So just
you don't really
remember,
have that much going on.
Yeah.
So I know you have some time. Where the fuck is Sandoval's podcast? Remember he did that like...
I think it was around and then...
Remember he did that like teaser?
He did a shirtless teaser. He strikes me as someone that can't do like a podcast regularly. Like can't just show up and go on the mic. Like
I really think Sandoval is just very, very stupid.
Yeah.
Schwartz is much smarter than Sandoval.
Yeah, Schwartz is like
He's dumb
Mensa.
As a fox.
Schwartz is Mensa in comparison to Sandoval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Rappaport. That was his first guest. No,
that was his last. His last episode was in April.
Okay, so he did one season.
Well,
cool.
2.6 stars.
The George Floyd remark. I'll never get over that.
What?
Sandoval's George Floyd.
Oh yeah, that was incredible. He has a lot of really advanced takes.
He's advanced in some ways. All right, let's get into the reason for the season. I'm Carey.
I'm Lara.
And you're listening to
Sexy Unique Podcast.
Ashes.
Ocean's Ashes.
OCUNTS. Tamara literally hobbles her way out of Katie's house.
Stumbles, in fact.
In her red bottom heels. And she gets to the SUV going, I'm done. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
I'm out. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I like Katie following her out. She goes, girlfriend, why'd you leave?
Tamara is so drunk. She has like smeared mascara. She goes, ask Tuss Robin about the FBI. Ask him about Las Vegas. Ask him why his business partner's address is his own home address.
Ask him about the FBI. There's a lawsuit from the FBI. It's disgusting, she says. The FBI can't sue you.
Girlfriend, you are so on, Katie says.
Girlfriend, why'd you leave?
Girlfriend, why'd you leave?
As usual, an industrious gay broke the story of Ryan's FBI investigation on Instagram. Gays are out here doing the work.
So he's getting investigated for illegal gambling in Las Vegas.
I kind of went cross-eyed because I like don't understand when this kind of thing pops up.
I think there's some sort of illegal betting happening, and that's taking place with him and his business partner, who like the way they're inferring it like may or may not exist, but he allegedly got paid $500,000. He
got like a 500 mil transfer to his bank account, but then he said, oh yeah, 500. He got 500 million.
That's great.
And then he said like he can't remember where that came from.
Eddie and Ryan like make up a little.
Katie comes back and she's like, Eddie, it's time for you to go. Like Tamara's in the car. And then Jen goes, Eddie, nice to see you. Take care of that for me. Help me with that. That is Tamara. I was like, I don't like that.
Eddie goes up to Ryan and he goes, I'll see you later, man. And he goes, I'll see you later. And then Eddie bends down on his knees and takes Ryan's throbbing man cock out and just goes,
chokes on it.
And then they have a thunderous 69 session on Katie's table in front of everyone. While the rest of the cast, including Emily and Shane, just watch.
And they ask while they're 69ing in between gurgling Eddie's balls, they ask Ryan like about the FBI scandal. And he's like, I don't know.
He goes, oh, you mean my best friend? He goes, my good friend is going through something. If that's probably what you're talking about.
As Eddie's dick is like poking at his face.
Ryan also is wearing like Furiosa, like he looks like half of his face is like covered with bronzer. Did you notice that?
He's
literally Furiosa.
Really perplexing. His whole style, top to bottom, and the way he answers questions when he's clearly lying and has been caught in a lie.
Jen says it was only a matter of time that Tamara would turn on her, which I'm like, that is true. She goes, she's loyal to no one.
I was like, amen, sister, but we all knew that. And you should not be with this man.
Ryan chills me to the bone. He's such a liar. allegedly.
He's a bad guy.
He's just something. He goes, yeah, my good friend is going through something. So yeah, there might be an investigation. I spent some time in Vegas with him. I spent a few times there, and Emily goes, Ryan's in Vegas all the time.
He's in Vegas, like it's his job. Ryan's like, oh, one of the privileges of my life is that I get to go to Vegas. I do love it there. I love it there.
He loves Vegas way too much.
But my friend, my friend's the one. He's a great friend. He's the one who's going through it right now.
Who is his friend? This is like when, do you remember those like tapes of like Trump when he would pretend to be like a publicist calling on behalf of himself in the 70s, and he had like a whole persona?
No.
Oh, it's really chilling. But like, I feel like fraudsters kind of do this shit.
Ryan's friend is like
him.
Yeah.
It's literally
like a blow up doll. It's like a human, like it's a silicone human that he.
It's like in Home Alone in the windows with the silhouettes. Oh, there's his friend.
Mm-hmm.
He goes,
my friend, he's great.
He's great. He's got a nice big cock.
Heather meets Shannon at a store called Outdoor Expressions. This is one of my least favorite kinds of stores, by the way.
It is, but it also, for me, is deeply nostalgic. Reminds me of like going into those, because they don't really have, these are like far and few now. I feel like these types of stores.
I know, but there's a reason for that, because all of the merchandise they sell is butt fucking ugly.
Heather walks in with like, she's wearing with like boa cuffs, and she walks in.
She's like, looks like Judy Garland.
Yeah, she's like, she is
live at to Judy Garland.
She is very Judy. She walks in and she goes, hello, I don't really know what to do. I guess we're here to talk about expressions, backyard expressions, things of that nature. And then Shannon, it's her 60th birthday, and like she wanted to come here. I'm like, Shannon, the fuck is going on?
Shannon's still in shell mode.
Why is she here? This is weird. This didn't fit. Does this fit for you?
I was fuming. I was just like, why is anyone at the store?
Is she trying to be like, I can't afford?
I think Shannon's trying to be like a poor me. Like I just am gonna try and have a nice time and outfit my patio, but I just don't know anything. And it's a fitting location for a woman who's in shell mode. I
used to love going into those like gazebo little setups they would have in those places, like a little tent. I used to like to go sit and like.
Yeah, I like a setup, but I don't like.
Isn't that what Shannon's getting?
A tent? Like a gazebo?
I feel like she's getting a little setup.
I just am. There's the vibes at the stores like this it's vibeless. It's vibeless like plastic. Forever chemicals and microplastics. And like.
It's fitting for where they live.
I know.
Shannon walks in and she goes, yes. She goes, it's my birthday. I'm 60 years old. She goes, but I don't like it. Don't pay attention to me. I don't like to be the center of attention. I'm like, sure, you know.
Like, says a woman that has a touring live show called Shannon and Vicky Show.
She goes, I don't like to be the center of attention. I just hate it. I'm like, you're a liar.
You're also like a main character on a TV show.
You've been on a show for a decade. Yes, you love attention.
You love attention.
Liar.
You literally would not be able to function without this attention.
She goes, I'm at a crossroads. I'm like, you certainly are. You're at Backyard Expressions.
You know what I also thought is like Shannon's life would be so much easier if she just wasn't drinking right now. Like if she just decided, I'm gonna stop drinking. Like I rammed my car into the side of this woman's like planters and like was an embarrassing DUI, and I'm just gonna
injured my dog.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna stop for the year. Even if she just gave herself like a year off, I think she wouldn't be as like twisted up as she is right now.
I feel like even James Kennedy was sober for longer periods than Shannon is.
He was.
Which is like, damn.
That is shocking. Like her butt dialing call to Tamara where she's like weeping, crying over like this guy who's doing something that it was expected of him to do is like, Shannon, you're so stressed. Like, just stop drinking.
Also, it was like, yeah.
Who cares, ultimately? Like, she looks better than him. He looks like a fucking idiot.
Shannon probably, like, goes to these places a lot and, like, just sits.
She
flops
sleeps.
down in a
Sometimes she'll sleep for hours at outdoor expressions. We're outside. I'm having a barbecue.
Let's fire up the grill.
Shannon goes to outdoor expressions and fires up every grill.
Tiki torches! I love them! I feel like we're in Fiji!
I'll have a vodka cranberry, she says to one of the employees.
Oh, the kettle and vodka cranberry. They're like, ma'am, we don't sell booze here. This is a place for like outdoor verandas. What do you mean, Miranda? I know my rights.
They talk about the lawsuit.
I was literally like, I don't care. Wah, 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 wah,
and Katie brings up like her weird dinner. And then we cut to Gina's house where her renovations are complete, but somehow it looks the same.
It's a little weird.
I don't like it.
I'm not trying to be like, I don't want to, she's like, her kids have sweet rooms, but like, it's all a little like weird. Gina,
it's not my taste. Gina's tastes are not my taste. I'm going to say that right now.
Gina's son wants to keep a link to his New York roots with a skyline of the Freedom Tower. I'm like, why here? Why not like the Empire State Building?
Well, also, it was like very foggy.
Yeah. And then Gina's twins.
I can't keep track of her kids. I'm also like, I don't care about kids. Like, please never show a kid again. I don't care about anyone's kids on this show. I would rather everyone pretend they don't exist.
Gina's kids have like a barracks room with like a fire stripper pole.
It's ROTC vibes in there.
It's Full Metal Jacket ass barracks. And she goes, come on in. And I'm like, oh God, she goes, come on in, Emily. Come see my reno. I'm like, Gina's hovel. The way they act like this place is like
that it's like been extremely upgraded.
No, but they act like it's like the worst. It's like it's a fine house, and the way they've always like acted like it's like this like gulag and like
I know, but
Soviet.
I as a viewer experience it as a gulag. I as a viewer experience it as a World War I trench. This is what she lives in. Shannon,
Heather,
go.
Gina reveals a text she sent to Heather following Emily's freak out at that little pool party.
Gate.
And Gina goes, oh, Heather, I'm just hoping you're okay. We didn't really get a chance to talk. I hope we can talk about everything. And then Heather went, I'm incredibly upset. Can't you imagine me being?
She said, ring, ring, ring goes the trolley.
Ring, ring, ring goes the trolley. She goes, yeah. Somewhere over the rainbow.
She goes, I've got to rehearse with Liza. I can't talk right now.
She goes, way up high. In her later years, she sang very like, that was it.
Love. Shannon's invited everyone to tea for her big 60th birthday.
Emily's like talking about, they're still talking about like Emily feeling butthurt about the fashion show. And Heather goes, I think she's gorgeous. I think she's gorgeous. And I'm like, I think Heather's being, in making a defense for herself, she's coming off very obtuse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people's body dysmorphia comes in different forms, and everyone has their triggers and everyone has their reactions, and she's acting like she's never heard of this before. I'm like, you're an actress.
You're not acknowledging like the reason why this person would feel the way they feel.
She goes, I think she's a gorgeous woman. She's gorgeous. Why I would never call her a big fatty. I think she's beautiful and gorgeous.
I've never noticed a single difference from then to now. She's always been beautiful Emily to me. In fact, look in my phone. Stunningly beautiful Emily from Real Housewives of Orange County.
I have a whole album called Stunning Emily, Stunning and Gorgeous Through the Years. All these red carpet photos. Look how gorgeous she is. I've never thought anything less than her being simply gorgeous.
That is how Heather's being.
Like, shut up. Do less.
Also, like, both of them need to shut up. I'm sick of this storyline.
Emily meets
with a man from the Innocence Center who's been exonerated.
After 18 years in prison for something he didn't do. I was like,
He was like arrested when he was 15.
His half brother did it and then let him serve almost 20 years in prison.
Horrible.
So she's taking him out to like a nice men's store and is getting him like fitted for
a suit,
job interview outfits and things like that. And he's very sweet. And
I love in America, like you'll be wrongfully imprisoned for 20 years, but when you got out, like maybe a real housewife will buy you a suit.
Yeah.
That's like your best bet
is to get like,
if you're wrongfully incarcerated is like
you get
when
released.
you get out, not then maybe like a reality star buys you a suit.
Yeah. And then like some gay behind the counter is like, I'm really touched by this.
He's like, we're going to fit it to your body. The gay goes, so now the guy tries on his, so now like imagine we're going to alter it so it's just really form fitting, fits you so well, you'll be able to walk right into a television show. And it was like, this guy has been in prison for 20 years. Like he's not wanting to walk into a television series.
No.
Like he wants to just like get some semblance of normalcy back in his day-to-day life and not live with like crippling PTSD.
I do love Emily on the like Kim K route of like Innocence Project.
It's really important. It's like a fail-safe kind of charity endeavor for any reality TV star to align themselves with.
Does it make you more attracted to her that she's freeing people?
Everything she does makes me more attracted, even when she cries about Jean's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I would let her tell me about.
Come here.
Come here.
You go.
Beautiful.
Get over here.
Dry those eyes.
Come here.
Yeah.
Come
sit on Mama's lap and tell me all about the jeans.
Katie and fam go to Korean barbecue, which I wanted to go.
I know. I said yum.com.
Katie's daughter knows how to speak. She's like fluent in Korean now and Korean writing. And so Katie has located her biological mom in Korea, who lives in a rural town. So
Korea trip.
She's going to Korea. I hope they're hinting at that. But they're going to England, so I don't know. Next season.
Yeah.
So Katie's going to go meet her mom, and her mom knows that Katie's been looking for her. So I'm very curious to see this reunion.
Love that.
And she's just really encouraging her daughter to immerse herself because her adopted mother never did that for her, which she's like forgives her for, but also is like, I missed out.
Yeah, she got like no cultural.
Yeah. And she says Jen does that for her adopted son, which is
That's sweet. Emily is at home getting ready for Shannon's big tea party, and she's showing her dog a portrait of Shannon.
Shannon is, you can tell she's a little brown out at the boudoir shoot. She's sitting on the bed and she's like this. She's like this. She's a little Judy Garland too.
She is a little
she's
Judy.
Like
Emily goes, look, she looks pretty.
She does look good.
Jen FaceTimes Katie.
Katie's house is my favorite.
Me too. It's where I'd want to be. Mediterranean vibes.
Whenever Jen FaceTimes someone, though, I just want to start slamming my head.
Jen's so frantic. She's always going through something.
I've developed love for her, but I'm also like, it just darks me out.
She's in a hell of her own making.
Yeah.
And she refuses to like claw her way out. And so I always hold hope that she'll ditch the trucker hats and also get out of her own personal hell.
I'm Piper Laurie and Carey wearing a cape going, I pray you find Jesus.
She does need to find Jesus.
Literally every
in like a meaningful way. Jen. Instead, she's like wrapped up with a man who's
wears Furiosa bronzer
and is like actively investigated by the FBI. Jen.
She's like, fuck, I just got into this new house. God damn it.
This house is about to get repossessed.
Oh no.
All of the things that he's buying you are about to get repossessed. No. Like, she needs to get the fuck out.
She's like, Dawson's like driving around at night all like,
Dawson's like gonna kill a man.
Shannon arrives to the tea room in Los Rios, which I Googled. It's near Irvine.
I want to go there. It looked nice.
Have you been in the Huntington Garden tea room?
No, but you know what I've been craving is a tea.
It was awesome. And they do a rose tea there that is, and their sandwiches are killer. And it's just really, I just love the vibe.
I really want to go to the Peninsula and have tea.
And where is that?
In Beverly Hills.
Go.
That was more of like an invitation.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I'll go like this.
We can have a working tea.
We can do it right off.
I can write it off.
Yeah.
Shannon arrives at the tea house looking fab.
I love you going, I was inviting you.
That was an invite.
I'll go. I love a tea.
I've never had a tea.
I had tea at Suffrages in London. Or Claridge's, sorry.
Suffrages.
Suffrages. There's another.
Selfridge.
Selfridges. I had it at Claridge's. It was amazing. I was blackout.
Yeah. Heather and Emily talk about the fashion show. They both all arrive at the big tea.
Shannon's wearing like a funeral outfit.
She looks great though.
She does.
Hair extensions to the gods, makeup on point, hat.
She arrives and goes, okay, I'm going to go. And she shakes her way off.
And then everyone gets there, and then Heather and
Gina
Emily
needs
are
to
like...
go to jail for that outfit.
Gina's outfits are... She's under citizen's arrest.
I don't want to be one of those like fashion police like gays.
No, she needs a fashion police.
I'm no one to judge on fashion, but I was like...
Does she have any gays in her life?
I'll be.
She could really benefit.
Be like, we're both from New Jersey, New York.
Just text me a photo of your outfit before you go out, and I'll tell you. You're really good about telling someone what's what.
I would help.
You give good outfit feedback.
I'd be helpful.
She needs one gay.
Yeah.
All it takes is one gay.
I went when she
to
came
change your life.
Oh no.
Heather and Emily rehash the fashion show.
Heather goes, I'd like to talk to you.
And Emily goes, no.
Heather goes like this. I like to talk to you.
Perchance if you have a second.
Perchance if you have a chance, let me talk to you. And Emily goes, no, I don't want to talk to you. And Heather goes, please, let me talk to you off screen.
Come with me
come with
into
me
the garden.
To the other room. Yeah.
Heather goes in the other room to sing some jazz standards and lures Emily in. She goes,
come over
in
here.
the cool of the evening when everything is getting kind of groovy.
She goes, Avila! Your jeans! They were fitting so good tonight. You give me fever in the morning. Your jeans are looking so good. I had to have you in them in the morning. I had to have them through the night.
Emily's like crying and being like, the jeans, they were so big. The dress, they were big. And you don't know what I've been through.
And Heather goes, you know why I had you? She goes, Emily, you know why I had you and Tamara wear those oversized coats? She goes, because you're so badass. I just wanted, you were the only badass chicks. And I was like, okay.
Get Heather, my
Miss
God.
Me with badass.
Anytime those badass oversized jackets, because you're both badass women, just being badass.
I don't like when people call a woman badass for some reason.
Me either.
It feels very like something's off, right?
It's like cloying.
Yeah. That is one badass chick over there. Let's hear it for her. She is one badass chick. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's condescension at its finest to call anyone a badass.
There goes. She goes,
you're such a badass.
She goes,
in the morning,
you're
badass all through the night.
She literally would grit her teeth. You know what I'm talking about. She goes, you were so badass chick. She goes, look through my photo album. It's called Emily, the badass chick.
Moments where Emily's being a badass here. Oh, 3,400 pictures. Let's get into it. And she's like, it's like the photos of Emily throughout the years.
And she's like, look at this. And Emily's like, I wasn't really happy with how I felt back then. So I would appreciate maybe just don't have these photos.
You're gorgeous.
She goes, why? You're so gorgeous. You're so gorgeous. I don't even know what you're talking about. I thought you're the most full-figured. You have hips. And Emily's like, okay, shut the fuck up.
She goes, you know why I had you and Alexis wear those beautiful dresses? Because your body is tea, girl. You're badass.
She goes, your hips are tea, girl. Your body's tea. And I love it. It's as tea as tea.
You're 100% tits and ass. Can I get a drum roll?
She goes, you are T and A. And I say T, I don't mean the T out there. I mean,
she goes, 26, 24, 36. A brick house. Emily's like, what the fuck?
Emily's like, shut up. She goes, oh.
She goes, Emily, peep this badass Pinterest board that I made called Badassery. And it's, she goes, this is what I based SD and HB off of. Take a look. And it's photos of Emily. She goes, here's you doing a deadlift.
She goes, oh, whoa. She goes, I love it. She goes, I love seeing you with that CrossFit. I love seeing you deadlift. She goes, I love to see your face so flush and ready to go. I love badass Emily. Emily's like, I hate you.
I hate you so much.
Take these photos off, you fucking bitch. Please take these off. She goes, no, I based a whole line off you. You're so badass.
She goes, Terry and I have hired a camera crew to follow you around for the past year. We've just created a short. We're submitting it for documentaries because we know that short documentaries can really come up in the Academy system and win. It's called The Badass. And it's a secret documentary filmed all about you. We're screening it later at Shannon's tea.
We're filming it at Cannes. She goes, we followed you around for the last 12 months. It's all you.
She goes, we documented your entire weight loss journey. We're going to be premiering it at Cannes.
Followed you in your gym. Filmed you deadlifting.
She goes,
all 40 pounds of those weights that you would
put on a smile, come on, get happy.
Put
we have a short film.
She goes, this short is gonna rock the town. And Emily's literally like, I am going to shoot
kill
you.
myself.
I have a gun in my purse. I'm gonna die in front of you right now. And Heather goes, don't die until the short's released. We can go on press tour together.
Come on, get happy. We're going to the Academy Awards.
Academy Museum.
Tamara comes
like,
in.
they forgive each other, and then she goes, come on, badass girl, let's go have some tea. I want to watch that ass as it walks away. Ooh, look at that.
Look, shimmy, shimmy, shake.
Shimmy.
She doesn't bounce a coin off that ass later.
Boing, boing, boing.
Emily goes into just being like fully objectified by Heather.
She goes, girls. And she comes up behind Emily and goes, look at these. Honk, honk.
She goes, honk, Emily, honk. Your shoe's untied. And Emily goes, and she goes, whoop, credit card.
Goes, swiping down that rear end. Oh, that crack is
she
big.
She goes, oh, that ass card never gets declined. Can I get a drum roll?
I've got a platinum card on file, and it can swipe through that crack. Let me bury my head in that bosom. Whoop, 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 whoop. Drum rolls, please.
Tamara is there.
Tamara's like hungover as hell. And she walks in, she goes, fuck, Jen, I'm really sorry. Can we be friends again? I'm fucking sorry about what I said.
She goes, Jen, we need to apologize. I was like, I think you need to apologize.
You were out of control drunk.
Yeah, you're a drunk bitch.
And everything you said might be true, but that was not the time and place.
Shannon's like a fun drunk, I think, for the most part, except when she like cries and crashes her car into buildings. But Tamara's a mean drunk.
Yeah. Jen goes, okay.
Then Shannon
finally arrives.
Where was
she?
I don't know. Driving around.
Where's that lost hour?
Tooling around.
She did she dropped into this. She did like an open mic.
Yeah.
There was
she
like
did a tight 10 at an open mic. An afternoon open mic.
Which I've done.
Oof.
I did one at Gower Gulch.
Girl. Shannon takes her top off and invites all the ladies to London.
She's wearing like
a sparkly Union Jack.
Ginger Spice kind of outfit, and she goes, you're all going to Lingland. They all go, woo! And then Gina goes, I've never been to, I've only been to Heathrow.
That was me. I was like, damn it, Gina and I are the same.
And Tamara goes, me too.
And then Heather's like, come on, birthday presents. And then Shannon opens her present from Heather, and it was a pair of Hermes sandals.
Very nice.
That was nice.
There goes. Put them on the feet.
Put them on those little piggies. 1 little piggy, a 2 little piggy, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little piggy.
She sees the photo the really nice, beautiful photo that Emily had framed, and she's like, "Oh, I love it." I'm like, show a little more gratitude.
Yeah, she doesn't like it that much. And then a beautiful flower arrangement gets marched into the middle of the restaurant and like set down next to Shannon. And I was like, this is stunning. Who possibly could have given this to her? And in my head, I knew it had to be Alexis.
Or John.
And sure enough, she opens the card and it was from Alexis Bellino.
She goes, "It's from Alexis Bellino." I wish they had sent black roses.
I know, but this is also like, this is a power move, is to get someone like a $400 floral arrangement and have it delivered to them on camera.
And there's literally an olive branch in it. And Alexis goes, "Hopefully this olive branch can extend to real life too."
It will never extend. You have to not sue her.
She's trying to procure her spot on the next season.
I know.
And I think at the end of this episode, you see her in real time realize it's not going to happen. Shannon will not let you come back. And Shannon's serving cunt, putting her foot down in such a way. It's Shannon's show, and whether you like it or not. And Alexis,
you can be friend of, but you'll never come to London.
Yeah.
Shannon says that John coached Alexis to send the flowers, and that he is telling her that now that her being mean didn't work, she's reversing course to be nice. It's all from Coach John.
Tamara goes, "Shannon," she goes, "I called you Friday. Then you butt dialed me and you were crying." Rude.
I would disinvite Tamara from England too in that moment.
Shannon drafts a text to Alexis saying,
"Hello, Alexis.
I'm hosting a trip to friends in Europe," which England isn't part of Europe anymore. And she goes, "And I just want to make it clear that you were not invited." That's going to be what her...
"Hello, Alexis. It's Shannon Bedore. I'm hosting a trip to Europe with my friends and wanted to make it clear you are not invited."
I like that.
Me too. I said send it.
Everyone goes, maybe hold off on that.
No, don't hold off. Send it right away.
Heather goes, "Don't do anything that you'll regret.
Don't go to bed angry. Oh, just go to bed happy."
She goes, "Smile, smile, smile, be happy.
Come on, get happy. We're going to the ways away." It's a killer text, in my opinion.
So then Katie and Jen the next day head over to Alexis's home, which is like really big.
Yeah.
John's squatting there, probably scrub, loser ass.
John is all about, like, when it had a flashback, because Shannon went through her bank statements and was circling things with like a pen of what all she bought for John. And then when Alexis is like, "I'll pay her back for the shoes right now," I was like, why are these women? John has mastered the art of getting women to pay for expensive gifts for him.
He's a grifter.
Dirty John. Alexis should break up with him and then join forces with Shannon and take over the next season. Yeah.
But it won't happen.
She's struggling.
So Katie and Jen come over and Alexis lets them in, and they're kind of there to break the news that they want to be there with her when Shannon has planned to send this text at, like, they've coordinated that they will be there with Alexis when she gets this text.
This is worse than just like, getting the text.
It somehow does feel like an ambush.
It is.
And they're there to sort of temper the tension. So they go, "Yeah, you should be expecting a text. You might want to check your phone. You might have gotten a text." Like, if this happened to me, I'd be like,
it'd be curtains.
So Alexis gets her phone and sees that, and Shannon promised that she would make the text nicer. It's literally the text she's planned to send.
The same text.
And they go, "Ooh, I hoped she would have softened a little, but yeah, that's kind of what we were here to talk about. You're not invited to the trip. I'm really sorry, Alexis." And Alexis goes, "Fuck. Shit.
God." And then there's John and Alexis in a one-on-one together, like trying to explain I was like, jump scare. Yeah. And then Alexis is trying to tell them like how the lawsuit went down. She goes, "John said 70. Shannon said, sure, but you have to put a muzzle on, and we're not putting a muzzle on John."
She then goes upstairs to cry to John. And then she comes down again and she goes, all right. She heads to the front door, opens the door, stands there, looks at Jen and Katie and goes, out. Which I'm like, I like that.
Fair enough.
And they go, what? She goes, get out, guys. I'm sorry. I love you, but you got to go. And they're like, okay. And then they stand on the front lawn and they're like, did we just get kicked out? I'm like, yes.
Yeah, because you came over and said, check your phone. You have a text.
Deeply.
She made a big charcuterie platter for them too. And it looked good. It had Ritz crackers on it, I'm pretty sure.
You missed out. Where's Shannon or Alexis from? She sounds Midwest. She from Chicago too?
I don't know. Bellino.
And then Heather comes over in the window and she goes, don't be sad. It's all going to work out.
Alexis, you hear her retreating to her room again to just weep. And she goes, I've tried so hard.
You haven't.
You've tried really hard to make this woman's hellish existence even more hellish than it already is.
But I think she's realizing I'm not coming back next season. That's what I think.
Yeah. Or she's just going to be stuck in a perma friend of. Mm-hmm. She's going to be friend of zoned.
She wants that tangerine.
They're not going to give it to her.
No citrus for you.
You got to serve way more cunt and like do battle. And you're like halfway there.
We've powered through this shit.
We really have. Guys, get tickets to our Christmas show that we announced a few days ago. We're playing in Chicago on December 2nd, and we're playing in New York on December 4th. This is a brand new show. It's a Christmas show, in fact.
Non-denominational Christmas show.
Please get tickets at sexyuniquepodcast.com.
We love and light.
Countess Jacqueline Yvette.
Countess Jacqueline Yvette, one of the dolls.
Teddy the Schnauzer and Toady and Mingo's Colt.
Alex Delisle.
Make It Fresh.
Obviously.
Emily Vaughn.
Gina Sapienza.
Sarah Elizabeth from Boston.
Lucy from London.
Brooke Johansson.
Lilia Farrell.
Gerd, Queen of Brooklyn.
Brittany Date Night Weiss.
Dilly from The Beaver Picture.
Jessica Hernandez.
Malzatov Laws.
Mary.
Katie Solon.
Mike Earhart.
Sharon Baum. Realtor.
Timothy Shield.
Matthew Thomas.
Owsley Robinson.
Cheeseburger Bay.
Kathy West.
Kit Moore.
Hillary from Chicago.
Orlando.
Patron of the Farts.
Nick Sedaris.
Mr. Brandon.
Grace Ellinger.
Emily.
Kim Lucas.
Drew from Toronto.
Katie the Sup Lawyer.
RJ.
Modern Counseling, McLean, Virginia.
Jeffrey Pradama.
Dolls.
Ta-ta.
Love and light.